Hey, hey. All right. So, Ophiuchus, welcome back, guys. So, Ophiuchus, I just did a Taurus read, and the card for Ophiuchus came out in that. So, Ophiuchus, you might want to watch the Taurus read also. That could be connected, as may be the Scorpio video. So, we will see because that also came out in the Taurus video. So, with that in mind, let me first say happy uh, Lions Gate portal that comes up tomorrow. So Lionsgate portal is that time of alignment between Orion, Earth, and the dog star Sirius. In ancient Egypt, they looked at the rising of the dog star Sirius as being associated with the flooding of the Nile River, which was seen as a very fertile time and a time to celebrate. So I think of it more along the lines of like a gateway, a threshold that we cross over into a time of possibly greater prosperity and fertility. Now, I did a pre-shuffle out of an Egyptian deck, and Ophiuchus ended up with the goddess Mut, and she is considered to be the kind of like matriarch of all of the gods in the Egyptian pantheon. She is the wife to the supreme deity Amun Ra, and as such, in any other deck, by the way, this would be our empress, but she is said to be a very protective goddess. She is said to be the one that can assist the traveler on their journey, so long as the traveler remembers to, beseech her and pay her homage. So we have a strong sense of powerful feminine energy. So for starters, for Ophiuchus, this could be a character who is either standing in a position as a powerful, maybe mother figure or divine feminine, or they are needing to reach out to a divine feminine. Oh, we have the card of courage for the message here. Be not afraid of anything. You will do marvelous work. It is fearlessness that brings heaven even in a moment. This feels like perhaps Ophiuchus needs um, a message from an ancestor, a message from someone in a shaky moment in their life as they are transitioning from one chapter of their life to the next. And sometimes we need courage for simple things in life. Sometimes we want courage for big things in life. But this feels like a time frame for maybe either Ophiuchus to reach out to an individual for a little bit of, friendly advice and support. Maybe reaching out to an elder. This could be a mentor. This could be an actual family figure or mother figure. The energy that surrounds Ophiuchus during this really momentous time is air, thought, spring. Air signs are flighty, lighthearted, and highly intellectual. Being gaseous in form, they play well in any situation, so long as they may express themselves freely in speech and thought. They believe in philosophy and friendship. I kind of think getting a new perspective is what is the big encouragement. Reaching out to somebody when we are feeling a little bit stuck, reaching out to someone who maybe is a little bit, I don't know, I'm picturing like a Fucus will have really great advice from somebody who goes, sweetheart, in the big scheme of life, if we go after something and we stumble or we fall, oh God, isn't that a song by Billy Idol? If I should stumble, yeah, catch my fall, yeah. Um, anyway, I'm sorry that song just popped into my head. Um, I feel like somebody is going to tell Ophiuchus point blank, oh darling, in the big scheme of life, we stumble all the time. Who cares? Have a good time. Let life roll you sometimes. Make light of something. It feels like if a Fucus has been nervous about something, worried about something, we have great advice or like the voice of a wise individual or mother figure, maybe who's passed on, who is still sending their thoughts or their words, or maybe a Fucus can almost hear the practical lighthearted energy that is really going to lift up a Fucus and give them the courage to do something brave right now. Because even if we supposedly make a fool of ourselves, who cares? We're going to make a fool of ourselves anyway in life. It's a guarantee. Hey guys, great to see everybody. I'll say hi properly here at the end. I love this message. I love the lighthearted energy. My baby, can you wait just a minute for mama? We have an Ace of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Ten of Cups. You know what I feel like this is? Come here, baby. What I think this is that Ophiuchus is passionate about somebody somewhere and they're about to do something really brave. Maybe they're about to give somebody a chance in love. Maybe they're worried, am I being a fool? Am I falling head over heels for somebody, or am I going to let myself like experience some passion, some joy, and see where it goes? Is that foolish for me to do that? And I think that the voice of this, maybe this matriarch, says it would be foolish for you not to try to have the greatest happiness ever. It would be foolish for you to deny yourself the chance. Nobody knows how anything's going to go. No, nothing is given. Now, obviously, if Ophiuchus were making like a really big mistake, like let's say, for example, okay, instead of talking about it in a romantic sense, let's say I'm about to buy a car, but the car doesn't run. It has no front fender. All four tires are flat. And I go, I think I want to put $5,000 on this. That is not the kind of, like, oh, just go for it. Who knows what'll happen? Like the matriarch in this story would not tell, our character, like, oh, just go for it. No. Because remember, the car doesn't drive. It's got flat tires. The engine doesn't turn over. We are not going to be encouraged to put $5,000 on it. On the other hand, if we're about to buy a used car and we go, I love it. It so far it drives me everywhere I want to go. I've driven it for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months now. Hasn't given me any problem. And God, I just so enjoy driving this. I'm thinking maybe I want to think about buying it. That's where the matriarch would be like, it would be foolish for you if everything seems like it's all systems go. You've seen no red flags. Why would you not give something a chance? Any car can still break down. Anything can still be a problem. But so far it's been consistent. So far it's been good and it's making you happy. Go for it. You would be foolish not to let yourself pursue the thing that your heart wants so damn bad. So maybe it seems a little bit soon to fall in love with somebody, or a little soon. But if it also feels like the right time, and you feel like this is an opportunity you don't want to miss, then maybe just go ahead and go for it. That's what this is coming across as. I'm sorry, you see me sliding away because my doggy is here and he's dancing around. Come on up. I'm sorry. Sometimes the big boy just has to come in for a hello. Somebody just said, I haven't seen Aries lately. Is he sleeping? Where is he? Aries is, I try to do it when Aries is sleeping, frankly, so that he doesn't always interrupt. I feel like certain zodiacs he interrupts for more than others. And I feel like Ophiuchus is pretty frequent. I really like the fact that we have this strong energy of go, be happy, do the courageous thing, especially if it's about love, especially if it's about passion. Now, it doesn't have to be about love per se. We have cups here and we have the Ten of Cups. So it's definitely about the kind of happiness that a character might really, really want to have in their life. But it's not necessarily saying that just because it's passion and just because it's creative energy and happiness, it still doesn't mean that it has to be about necessarily romance. But it's something that Ophiuchus seems to be nervous to give a chance to, and yet it seems like they'll never know how this could work out unless they go ahead and give themselves permission to pursue it and find out how it might work. Thank you so much, San Juanita. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that. We've got the Page of Pentacles, and you notice that we've got a letter here. I feel like this is going to be a time frame of like reading and sending a well-written letter or document. This could be Ophiuchus needs to respond to somebody's offer. It says to be clear. If Ophiuchus is willing to give something a chance, be clear about that. Write it in plain language. Make sure that there's no confusion. If Ophiuchus has questions about this thing that they'd like to do, that they bravely would like to take a chance on, if they have a question, ask the question directly. Open communication. Somebody's not going to hide the answers. If say this is a lover who's like, Ophiuchus, I want you to, come see me. I want to talk about us moving in, whatever this is, then look, if two people are talking about moving in together, they're going to need to talk about their financial situation. That can't be cloaked and hidden. You don't move in and be like, okay, I don't really know what the rent is or what portion of the rent they want me to cover. I don't know if do they have a job, do they not? Those aren't rude questions. Those are the nuts and bolts of, deciding things. So the big thing is if somebody wants a situation to work out with a Ophiuchus and Ophiuchus wants to give this a whirl, they're going to be able to discuss the minutia and the big picture, but the conversation has to begin somewhere. And maybe that's really what this boils down to, is that during this Lions Gate portal, it's time to do the brave, courageous thing and say, I'm really loving this. I really want to deepen the conversation. I want to talk about more meaningful stuff. I want to talk about where do we go from here? Let's see, how serious are we? Because I feel like this, maybe it feels a little soon, but I really want to see it if we're on the same page. Could just be that Ophiuchus wants to talk about the situation and they've been nervous about airing it. And it just kind of feels like an ancestor or a mother figure would be like, darling, if it's something that you want and you got questions about, ask those questions, because you'll find out way quicker if it's not right for you. But don't hold back. Say the things you need to say, ask the questions that you need to ask, get the answers that you need to get. Do what you need to. Remember, your happiness is at stake. It's time to be bold. God, we have the Lovers card, which looks much more, or excuse me, the Sun card, which looks much more like the Lovers, but in fact, it is the Sun. There's a chance for such great happiness. Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands. This feels like there could be a marriage on the horizon, that they could work toward that, making each other happy, having the conversation, clearing the air about like, I really like where this is going. That's what this feels like. As Ophiuchus steps through the Lions Gate portal, it's a time to be a lot more open and honest with the things that we like, the things that we want, the things that we want to check in and say, are you on the same page? Are we doing this thing? Because this feels really real to me. Do you feel, oh gosh, what is that song? Close your eyes and give me your hand, darling. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you feel the same, or am I only dreaming? Or is this burning an eternal flame? Sorry, it took me that long to get to that. Is that the Bangles? I think it's the Bangles. It feels like it's a late 80s song. I'm an 80s baby, so those songs come to mind. I can hear, close your eyes and give me your hand. That's the opening line of it. This feels like that. Like, do you feel this way about me? Do you love me? Could you see us doing this, being in this happiness together? I think if Ophiuchus doesn't already have somebody that they want to express this to, they will, because this is how they're going to live after they get through this 8-8 portal. It's a time, the 8-8 portal is a time for fertility. It's a time to walk across a threshold. It's a time to do life different. It's a time to do life better, is what I would say. I look at the 8-8 portal as. It's not going to be like, okay, let's now get really scared and let's lock down and let's look at all the negatives. A portal, a threshold, a chance for change to me is always going to be focused on what's the most positive thing we could do. I have to jump away. You guys, I said I'd say hi properly at the end, but as you can hear, my baby is here and my baby needs me, and he's looking at me with his little dog fangs smiling at me. And so I have to go attend to the baby. I will be back probably in about an hour or so, and we'll do some more zodiacs. My goal is to get through the majority of them tonight. So lots of love, you guys. Thank you for your patience with me and Pup tonight. Thank you again, San Juanita. Thank you.